For you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Looking for a different outcome this time around. The Dallas Mavericks took the loss in their last matchup in this season series against the Hornets.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
Pass to Miller. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
From deep, hits the three-point bomb.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Here's Brown. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Sensabaugh. From the top of the key, he buries it.
You know, they'll take points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Now, here is Miller. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
Now, how about this move by Miller, using the pick and roll to create some space for himself?
Pass to Shepard. Puts up a three. Miller grabs the miss. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. There's a screen by Williams. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Great Kentucky native Reed Shepard followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad, winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
Shots good by Miller. Not a fast start for the Mavericks. 7-point differential. And the call is going to be yes. It is an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now, here's Ball. Six to shoot. Williams a screen. Pulls it up. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
A master at creating space in the two-man game. That's LaMelo Ball.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Sensabaugh. And they get it. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Here's Brown. A 3-ball. Rebound by Williams. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Mavericks trailed by 9. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Yes, Kevin, I caught up with Jason Kidd just a few minutes ago. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for them. Guys?
Thank you, David.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
It's Duren, top of the key. Pass to Hardy. The baseline J. Misses off the right iron. Hornets leading by 10. Williams a screen. Here's
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
Now here's Hardy. Pass to Marshall. Three-pointer, Markkanen. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And here's Charlotte. They're on a 16-7 run. To the inside. There's the pick. And Ball puts up a deep three. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Hornets on top, leading by 16. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
And is famous with the ball for Dallas. They trail by 9 points. Shepard with the ball. Now Green defending. Here's Sensabaugh. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we're just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the score by Sharp. And it's Shepard missing. Shoots it up. And there's another one for the Hornets.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
The tray. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis surveying the floor. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Two minutes now played in the second quarter. To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And the basket is good.
Love the readiness of AD. He's already prepared himself to shoot before receiving the ball.
Inside, it's tipped. And it's the Mavericks on the break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pass to Brown. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Williams gets the bucket.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
A different look for Dallas. Now here's Hardy. Scoreless thus far. .131 left here in the second. And it's denied. And they get it back. Picked by Williams. And here's Miller outside. Duren pulls it in. Mavericks trailed by 11. Pass to Hardy. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Hardy after Charlotte getting the three. Pass to Markkanen. The three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. 43 seconds left from the first half of basketball. Outside Williams. Miller outside. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Williams' shot is off. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Dallas. It's a 14-point game. Here's Hardy. Dallas again missing. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Miller outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Charlotte with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Mann gets the bucket. So it's the Mavericks now. They trail by 16. Here's Brown. For three. And the rebound by Nurkic.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Brown. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Brown's got 5. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Hornets leading by 14. In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on a quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. And it's Miller in the corner. Here's the screen. Back to Ball. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Comes up empty down low. High post, Davis. It's tipped. Stolen by Ball. Got a piece of it. They recover it. Tries again. And the layup is good. Ball's got his second basket of the game.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Regarding court layout, Clark, do you think there should be more space around the court to reduce collisions?
Yeah, part of me would say that makes a lot of sense and would be prudent. I mean, you've got to balance that with access to fans who want to be for those premium seats as close to the action as possible. But it is difficult when you see a fan collide with the players. So I think you balance it. I would like to.
Clark, he just rocked the rim!
Insanity on display right there. Wow!
Woo.
And Miller moves well for a guy his size and finds the shot there off the drive.
Brown's shot is off.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Oh, man!
And using his length to come right off the drive into the hoop there. Big time move by Miller.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Mavericks trailed by 18. Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
Paul from down in the low post. It goes. Ball's got 6.
And LaMelo saw the defense and went right to the floater. That's a heads-up play.
Outside, Markkanen. Three-pointer. Rebound by Williams. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up with the Charlotte Hornets. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Outside, Ball. Clock at 6. Up and in on the layup. 8 points for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Pass to Marshall. Shoots the 3. Connects from three-point range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
The kick out to Williams. Miller outside. Second chance shot. Mavericks with the rebound. Now here's Hardy. Hasn't made one yet. Markkanen looking it over. Misses the jumper. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up.
41.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Mavericks trailed by 17. Shepard with the ball. Out left to the wing. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Shepard. 4 on the clock. Releases. That's good on the jump shot. Shepard's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Mavs.
Now, this rookie Shepard can really shoot it. The D has to know where he is at all times.
Here's Mann. And Davis pulls it down.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And they get it back. Here's Sensabaugh. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
There's Miller with the three. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Can't cash in from the high post. It's Miller on the way. There's the pick. Back to Ball. Out to Miller. Here's the three. They get it back. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Julius Randle picks one up.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
And he's good on the second. Mavericks trailed by 13. Randle surveying the D. Plenty of space. And the Mavericks get another bucket right there. And so it's Charlotte with it. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Ball no good.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Pass to Brown. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Now the Mavericks moving it up, looking to get it going, and that's 2 points on the layup.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Williams a screen. It's stolen by Davis. Pass to Randle. Pulls up for three. Oh, Davis showing his range. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Dallas.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
Randle outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. Shot clock at 5. Right wing. Fires from 18. Ball with the rebound. Hornets leading by 9. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Back to Miller. Hit by Bridges. Down low. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Hornets.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And a one-sided season series this has been. In the final game of the year between these two, they end up doing everything necessary to finish up with a 2-0 record against the Mavericks.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Brandon Miller.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Now Miller so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA.
Now I got a stain on it. Thousand on that. Now I got my name on it. Yeah, screen is hot as eating. You go watch the game on it.
I don't rest it off.